Honestly, guys, I used to feel like a moderately intelligent fellow, but this game really does have me stumped. Hi guys, this is Ernulf here. Today I'm going to be playing some Frostpunk on the PC. I had a brief go of this a couple of days ago, and trying this scenario completely beat me. I have never played a game like it actually, where it felt like no matter what I did, didn't really seem to work. Giving it another go today, and making a little video on it. This is going to be an unscripted video. I'm actually playing as the video is playing as well, so I'm playing it live, so to speak. And I'm determined that this game won't beat me. It's really done me over a couple of times now, and it seems to be very much a case of trying to work out what it is that your people actually need in the right kind of order. I do love the aesthetic of this game. It looks fantastic. It's not usually my kind of game actually, but this one has really sort of captured me, despite the fact that so far it's just making me feel like a bit of an idiot, to be honest, with all of the things that I'm trying that nothing seems to really be working. So initially I started playing the game like in a Command and Conquer style, and didn't really work out for me, sort of focusing on resource management and things like that, but that's obviously not the way to play this game. Then yesterday I sort of sat down and I thought, well, actually what I really need to do is I need to focus on keeping my people alive, because what was happening was it was coming to sort of night time and I'd lose 5 or 6 people overnight, and then that means that there's 5 or 6 people less to work the mines, collect the wood crates and so on. And this continued for a few days, and every day I was just losing more people. So I thought, well, if I focus on what it is exactly that they need, what it is that as people we basically need, so food, warmth, shelter, the real sort of basic necessities, and maybe that would sort of pan out. And it mostly did actually. I did better on my last attempt than any of the attempts previously. I'm hoping that this is the time that I sort of get the balance exactly right. The problem that I had yesterday was, ironically, that I had met all of the needs of the last city. However, for some reason, people just they completely lost hope, and as a result, I failed this scenario because of that. So when I was finished the game yesterday, I was just sort of sat back thinking, so I gave you warmth, food, resources, shelter, and apparently still that wasn't good enough for you. So yeah, this scenario keeps on beating me, and I don't want it to. So alright, anyway, let's go. So we are at a new home. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive? Are there any others? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world as we know it has crumbled. Okay, we have to survive. So here we are with the last generator. Yesterday I focused on providing a roof over people's heads. Apparently that wasn't good enough for them. So what we need to do first is we really need to secure coal resources. So what I've actually been doing is I've been building sort of resource gathering posts, because they allow you to take the resources from both of these places, both these coal piles, and hire, say, 10 people to do it. Whereas if you hired people just to take it without the resource posts, you'd need 20 people to do it. So it then allows me to focus on basically adding more people. These here as well, the other resources, I can't yet use with the gathering post. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign 5 people each to this, and the steel wreckage. And what I'm also going to need to do as well is, while I'm waiting for the resources from the gathering station for the coal. Let's just get a couple more people on the wood pile actually. I'm still going to need to source coal. When you leave the generator off overnight, people tend to start dying, so okay, let's get going. This is actually the first time I've really properly played this game. It's been out now, I think about 6 years, maybe more, but it's only the first time that I've actually come across it. And quite surprising really, because this kind of game does actually look right up my street. So let's just go very fast to grab some resources, and what we'll do now is we're going to start the generator. And while we're on work time as well, so that coal will be replenished. And that street has been built, so let's just pause, and then we can build the gathering post right next to the two, I believe they're coal mines here, so coal piles, yeah. So these coal piles have a finite use. They have 500 resources total. I have 2 of them right next to each other, so I have 1,000 coal available to me. What we need to do a little later on is we need to build a coal mine, which then allows you to mine the coal deposit, and you can extract infinite coal from that. So once we build the coal mine, our coal resources essentially sort themselves out. So 6 hours left on the generator with the current amount of coal. I'm going to wait for that to be built, and then I can assign these guys here and the coal pile onto this one here. It's almost the end of the day now as well, so I think we are actually going to lose the generator overnight. It does have it seems like it has a slight cool off period. We can enact a law which allows us to basically create an emergency shift. So the emergency shift law, sometimes you have to concentrate on the task at hand at the cost of everything else, or die. So what this will do is this will basically enable me to set people to work for 24 hours a day, and they're going to be pretty upset by it actually. I don't see why they'd be upset about it, because at the end of the day it's the end of the world, and you got to do what you got to do. But what we're going to do is we are going to sign this into law. Discontent has risen slightly. No roof over our heads. So people are understandably concerned about the lack of shelter. They're falling off from sleeping outside. So I don't really have the resources to build shelters for everyone. But the problem is, if you don't build shelters for everyone, then they start dying. So this is something that it's really a case of you have a lot of disasters kind of happening all at the same time, and your management of them determines how far you actually progress in this scenario. So I'm going to provide some shelter, and we will get on that. So we do have wood. So what we'll do here is we're going to build some tents for people. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Not the most elegant solution, but needs must. So we have this gathering post available now. So what we'll do is we'll unassign the workers from the general sort of coal pile, and then we will assign them to this gathering post, and what they will do is they will collect resources from both of those. And let's see what this guy wants. When facing demands, remember this: people usually look for the quickest solution and not the best one. Just like in real life. You don't have to agree to everything they ask for. Oh, I won't be agreeing to everything they ask for, that's for sure. So let's get this going again. So we've got our basic resources kind of being produced here. So hope rises because I have fulfilled the promise of shelter. What I also need to do as well, I'm actually thinking of doing this time, is creating a workshop. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I haven't actually done this early in the game before. However, the tech that you can gain from this workshop is pretty important. My generator is going to shut down overnight. We're about to run out of coal. Let's assign some. Well, first of all, what should we go for? Let's go with. I'm going to go with the beacon actually. Employ engineers. So let's employ the engineers and then research the beacon. Don't have enough resources. Okay, and what we also need to do as well, I don't have the resources to do it at the moment, is build a cookhouse. We do have a little bit of food at the moment, but we're going to have to sort that out as well. So a lot of micromanagement to happen here. These people didn't die overnight, so as you can see that the workshop is still currently being heated due to the shutting down generator. But it's now work time, so we can now restart the generator and get these engineers doing something. So we'll get on researching the beacon, as the beacon is one of the ways that you can find more people and resources in the world, which is essential. So we will do what we can. Introduce new law. Okay, so let's get a cookhouse so that people don't have to eat raw food. So cookhouse. Something's going on. Getting short on resources. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll pass the extended shift law here as well. This again makes people very unhappy if you actually enact it. So let's get some workers in here. Cook some food. We're also going to need to build a hunter's hut, because we're going to need that food resource a bit later on. Currently inoperative. We'll assign some workers to this. So we'll assign 10 workers to this. And then what we might need to do as well is build a medical clinic. So they've prepared some meals, but we have less than a day of food rations. The hunter's hut, they usually go out at night. We can keep going like this for a while, I'd say. Beacon researched. Okay, so this is the one that we can use to find more people. Can't currently build it as I'm a bit short of steel by the look of it, so we're going to need to, can we assign a couple more people to steel gathering? We can. So 7 on the workforce. And so this one, we will research. Let's research the hunter's gear. Food is one of the things I always seem to struggle on. So the quicker we can get food into people's bellies, the better. We've got a good few meals there available for people. Okay, yeah. So far I've met some basic needs, some basic shelter. We're going to need to build a medical post to help heal the 5 people who are currently sick. If they get gravely ill and then they die, then that's 5 people that we don't have that can work the coal mines. So we've researched that. Okay, What we'll need to do as well is there anything we can do with the generator right now? Not yet, but that generator range upgrade would be quite useful, but we're a bit short on wood. Okay, so some other people are protesting against the lack of housing. They want you to see to their needs immediately, so I need to build 2 tents. Okay, I can do that, I believe. Yep, 39 wood, so I can provide 2 tents. There's one there and one there. The problem is that that tent here is going to get a bit cold, and then people start getting upset about that as well. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do now is, let's see how we're doing with those resources down there. So there's 1 wood there left, okay. 61 there and 16 steel there. So let's just start working in preparation for having to build and assign these people somewhere else. So let's get a street built here. Make sure we've got the resources we're looking for. So steel wreckage and wood crates. Let's assign engineers to the medical post, so they can start healing those 5 sick people. And then what we need to do is build the beacon when we can. So we're currently doing okay. Bit low on food. The coal pile is still okay enough, I guess. 520 resources left, so we're going to have to tackle that problem again soon enough. Do have a decent bit of coal down here. $51. So what's remaining? Yes, because that just went down right in front of me. What do you want? Gravely ill, medical treatment, or sustain life law? Okay, so what I'll do is sustain life, kept alive but untreated in medical posts, hope will rise slightly. The gravely ill will not be treated and will remain a burden. The gravely ill will take up beds in medical posts, which is not ideal. Gravely ill will be treated in medical posts and hope will rise slightly, but 30% of the gravely ill will be left as amputees and discontent will rise slightly. This is basically a solution that pleases no one. So what we'll do is we'll assign the radical treatment, as that's going to have the lowest burden upon our fledgling community right now. So when can I build that beacon? What do I need for the beacon? 20 wood. I could build it already. Okay, well, that's what we'll do. And that way we can get scouts out to find more people for us to do all the important work that we need to keep the city running. So, nice little cutscene here. I love the aesthetic of this game. Really is a pretty nice game to look at. I'm running this on on my secondary PC that I usually use to do all my testing of computer components and things like that. So it's running really well on my Core i3 9100 and the GTX 1060. So Lost Expedition. Okay, this is the one I want to do first. I did come across this mission yesterday and it resulted in a good few more people for our city. So let's get people employed at the beacon. We need more wood. Okay, alright, let's keep on having an issue with the amount of wood that we have. So right now I'm just going to focus these people on gathering that wood And is that more wood? Okay, so I'm going to assign these to do this. Oh, hit the keyboard a little bit too hard there. Okay. The problem is I'll bring back more people and they all need more shelter and stuff like that as well. So it's catch-22 really. I'm getting a bit low on food. Doing alright for coal. Got 3 days if all coal production stopped now. Temperature has dipped though, so what's this generator overdrive? Temperature in all heat zones rises by 1 level. Okay, let's do that and just keep an eye on the generator being stressed. Temperature does rise very soon, so we won't have to do this for very long. Okay, still a bit away from that. The problem is if I try and research something now as well, it's going to take away from being able to hire people to go out searching for stuff. 13 sick. Care house or prosthetics law. Yeah, so we've already just taken one of our potential workers out, which is a bit annoying. The generators come into its maximum overdrive, so we'll turn that off. I could do that. I've got plenty of wood now as well, so what we'll do is, what are we looking for here? Workers 5. Okay, so I shall unassign these workers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hire a scout team who can go to the Lost Expedition. Is that generator cooling down? Okay, so chilly, livable. This is a problem everywhere. It becomes quite chilly very quickly, although the temperature is about to rise a little bit. So let's just speed that up. Build one of those tents. Build that there. Keep an eye on the core resources here. So yeah, we're actually going to have to start planning for the coal being moved somewhere else. So I'll be able to dismantle these streets here as well and get some resources back. Still not looking good on food, and more people are getting sick as well. Don't really want to have to build another medical facility, but I don't really think I'm going to have much choice. Everyone's getting sick already. At least temperature's risen a little bit, so that should, yeah, chilly, livable, comfortable. Okay. Gonna need some wood, guys. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll dismantle this building here and get some wood back, and we'll also dismantle the street, and again that provides us with some wood back as well. I think I can now build that gathering post there actually, so what do you want? One of our people is facing death, but he's still refusing amputation. He keeps screaming that he doesn't want anyone to touch his leg and he won't change his mind, even though gangrene will kill him in a matter of hours. Okay, so Unfortunately, I've made that choice for you, as I don't want to have to build a cemetery. So that will take more. So we now have 2 medical outposts. Discontent will rise slightly. So in this case, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the negative discontent here, as I can't really afford to actually heat the homes anymore. Have a quick look at our resources. So wood crates, steel wreckage, crates of wood, construction wood. Okay, do you know what? Actually, we need to get a research going with all this spare wood that we have. So what we could do is we'll get the drawing boards. I was doing, yeah, you know what? We'll get that one there as well. So we'll invest in tier 1 technologies, as that will allow us to build the coal mine, and then we won't have to worry about that at the very least. Coal mine is here. The rest of our people camp here. We should escort them to the city. Alright, so more survivors, fantastic. And that's for our scouts. They're going to take a little while to bring them back. Some more workers, and we're going to drain all these resources at this rate. Okay. Back to work. We need the coal, guys. So we're still not doing great on food. So 10 engineers, 22 workers. Alright, so what I'm going to do after this cutscene, all the people coming here. Okay, so we're going to look for the others, but we're going to send these guys back out. So sturdy shelter, bulky cylindrical construction stands on a small hill. The Union Jack flies over it, but there's no sign of movement. Our machines. Curious. So let's send you to the crash site and see what we can drag there. And sorry guys, I know you've just arrived, but I'm afraid we've got to go straight to work. Tide is high. I think I'm okay for coal. A bit more wood would be nice. And more people hunting for food would be nice, so it's 20 a day raw food there. Okay. I think what I'll do is, as well, is I'll research the hunters upgrade, so we can get more food from the same amount of people. Wood crates depleted. Are we still gathering wood from there? Steel, wood. Gathering post. Okay, now we're getting people who are hungry, sick, and a lot of homeless. So let's address the immediate need of shelter. Did I just build that without linking it to a street? I did. Okay. We're out of wood. Steel, wood. Okay. Tier 1 technologies have been unlocked, so let's see what that does. Coal mining. Not enough wood. Okay, I'm going to have to wait, but that's going to be my next goal. we don't secure coal, then the generator isn't on, then everyone freezes to death. So really this is my highest priority. Okay, I'm going to take the discontent hit there. You know, actually I was going to go for the coal plant, but I think I'm going to need to go for another hunter's station because it's just not working out at all. Okay, we're going to have an emergency shift here. Yeah, let's go for an emergency shift. So again, that really annoys people. A note was left for the doctor who performed the amputation on the frightened patient. It reads, "Thank you, I was in terrible pain and blinded by fear. My choice would have doomed me. I may be without a limb now, but I'll live. It was the right thing to do." Okay, so we annoyed those. These guys are all raw food. We do need that right now. Okay, so plenty of priceless supplies in the wrecks of our expedition. Searching among crates scattered in the snow behind the wrecks, we found the bodies, tangled together in a single frozen mass, as if these people were trying to find a little bit of warmth. Sites discovered gloomy cave. Well, they're not kidding about that. Okay, so I'm going to need you guys to come back now with those resources. I need them. It may not have saved them, but it might just save us. Okay, no, because I need another hunter's outpost because we're not doing very well with food. Hunter's hut. Okay. Get that built. Some raw food, so that's some meals for us at the very least. And get some workers on that straight away. And as for these guys, we can go to the sturdy shelter. And we have 16 people currently homeless. The problem is that the generator heat range doesn't really go far, and it's about to get a lot colder. You can see here that Hunter's sort of livable but chilly, so this is really sort of the outer ring of where I can build and it mostly be okay, well at least until the temperature drops, which it's going to, and then this will affect all these, and I assume make these chilly, but then these ones out on the outside here are going to be unlivable, so they're going to be pretty upset really quickly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is there any generator heating range upgrade? Allows us to turn the generator to a range setting and extend its heat zone. Okay, yeah, we're going to research that because we are going to need that pretty much imminently. So you guys get on that. I can't really address this right now. I want to, but I just can't. So okay, we need to check and see how our gathering post is doing for coal. So there's still plenty of coal here. Steel. There's no one. Yeah, we've got some steel going there. And wood, steel, quite small. I think they're working on that. Wood crates. Does look like we're about to be out of wood. Got a bit stockpiled, but not much. It won't last us very long at all, and I actually can't see any more wood piles here. We might be in trouble already. Wood crates depleted. Yeah, that didn't work very well for me. I'll go here, coal, steel, coal. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to build another tent. Have to be very careful with our wood resources. I suppose we could research a sawmill to take advantage of this wood over here. The steel wreckage depleted, but that's okay because there is another bunch of it. So let's get on that. Alright, so that is a pretty important upgrade. Yeah, that now brings the outskirt tents into livable range, so yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, the only real problem that we're having right at this moment in time is that 34 of our people, of our 116 people, are ill, and 0 gravely, so we're not in any real imminent danger. Steam cores, food rations, oh yeah, I'll take those. So the shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted by the heavy round door to all scientists: if you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This means there's another city out there. The signpost by the trail points in 2 directions: London 1,934 miles, home 27 miles. Steel bridge. Okay, let's take those resources and bring them back to the city. We need everything we can get right now. So what's this? The trail goes over an elegant steel bridge that crosses a huge ravine. The bridge is remarkably snow-free. Okay, so our immediate needs are health. Okay, I didn't want to build another one, but I don't really think I'm being left with an awful lot of choice here. So let's get a street built and another medical post, because these guys just can't stop getting sick. I know it's cold, but I mean, surely you should be able to look after yourself better than this. Okay, let's get more people on the hunt. Well, I was going to build a new medical post anyway, so that works for me on that occasion. Resources, sawmill. We're going to research that as we are going to run out of wood pretty soon. So I'm being a bit proactive here. What about our coal mine? Can we build that yet? Not yet, so let's check to see why we can't do that. Resources. Right, okay, yeah, well, coal isn't our immediate concern, it's wood that's our immediate concern. Well, which we just got 211 of them and 102 meals, fantastic. So, Scout units and a steam core, they're very useful actually, because I'm pretty sure you use those to build the coal mine. Alright, back out you go, guys. No rest for the wicked. So, I mean, at least our people aren't starving anymore, so I guess that's nice. 6 people are homeless. Okay, we'll resolve that as well. Problem is the temperature's about to drop, so they're about to get very unhappy. Check the coal situation. It's okay. Temperature falls. And 22 hours left of coal as well. Huh, why is that so low? Did the coal range, well, did the generator upgrade change the... Oh, okay, so it doubled the amount of coal. Okay, well, we've got the... Well, we're going to be having the coal plant on soon, and I can enact a, well, an emergency shift. One of our... men insist on living in the street we brought him to you so that maybe you can talk some sense into him. Everything I ever had I earned myself. I'll be damned if I take up space under a roof when I have no way to pay for it, and since I've lost my hand I can't work, so that's that. He turns to leave but hesitates and sighs. Oh, homes for people like me in London. You'll have 5 days to build a care house. Hope will rise slightly. It's his choice. Hope will fall slightly. Okay, bit conflicted what to do here. He's not actually working for me at the moment, so there's not really any benefit to building a care house, but at the same time it will give people hope. However, it's another thing to build right now, and I'm already starting to struggle a little bit here. It's his choice, but I don't want him sort of wandering off and being found 3 days later in the snow frozen, where I have to build a cemetery for him. Okay, I'm gonna take the it's his choice option here. Okay, so that did ever so slightly reduce hope, nothing major. Okay, let's get this coal mine sorted, as we are going to need that. And full. Okay, good job it's full really, because I'm about to use a chunk to harvest these trees. Let's get to it. Okay, so I'm gonna put that there. I need to build another medical post, don't I? Let's get one. It's going to be a bit tricky to, really sort of going out on the outskirts here of this thing. There's only 3 people available here. Alright, so you're going to do an emergency shift today. 14 hours actually? No, that's fine. Don't need to trigger an emergency shift on that. What's the problem here? Storage near capacity. Well, storage is at capacity, so let's... Okay, we've got a couple of things to do here. Let's get some research going. So, what's that one do? Okay, no, we won't do that right now. Steelworks, wall drill. What does that wall drill do? Uncovering trees at once formed in the forest. Bunkhouse allows us to build bunkhouses. A dwelling for 10 people that is adequately protected from the weather. Okay, we're going to research that. What do you guys want? So explore. A functional automaton. We stopped at the edge of a deep wide ravine, marvelling at the steel bridge spanning it, even more so at the huge automaton sweeping snow from the roadway. It would be possible to send the machine back to our city or disassemble it for resources. Okay, do you know what, actually we're going to use that. Yeah, we're going to use that, so send that to the city. We programmed the automaton and sent it on its way. Okay, and what do you guys want to do? Alright, I guess you go in there. Okay, so the automaton arrives in a day, and I think you can use those to, well, you can use them in place of workers. So instead of having 15 workers work in the coal mines, I'd just be able to assign this automaton onto the coal mine and then be able to reassign them elsewhere. So that's going to work out pretty well for us. Okay, what do we need here? So you have the sick there and their families are grateful, hope rises. And we were just talking about the coal mine, I believe. Is that coal mine there? It is, coal deposit. Let's preemptively build this thing. So there. Doing pretty well for wood. We'll find out. Hope falls slightly. I mean, that was not even in my control. I was a field surgeon in the Boer War and worked with the Royal Society to reduce the rate of limb loss. I believe I can devise a method that will cut the number of amputations during radical treatment. What does he actually need? This engineer won't be able to work. Hope will rise slightly. He must go back to work. Hope will fall slightly. Let's give him what he needs. People don't have to lose limbs. Then it's more workers. It's a bit of a blunt way to look at things, but it's the end of the world, guys. So I'm getting that coal mine going, free time. I'm still kind of struggling a little bit with food. And a lot of people are sick, just 9 people are gravely sick as well, so urgent need for treatment. It's going to be another medical station. It's really kicking me a little bit here. So, invalid placement location. And is that because the street isn't currently constructed? Okay, let's find out if we can build that now. So it has to specific. Okay, I see what our problem is here. So what's happened is I built this street one notch further than I needed to. So let's remove this street and get the wood for that back. And is that going to be right? I don't know. Let's give that a go. And then try and get a... Okay, do you know what? I think we're going to have to enact an emergency shift here. So someone has actually died. My first death. Consider signing cemetery law. Okay, we're going to go with this because if you just leave people to sort it out themselves, then other people get ill as well. So let's build the cemetery. We've got plenty of wood to do it. I'm a bit more concerned about our coal issue right now. We're about to hit a work day, so I don't think I need to enact anything right now. Our scouts are back from the weather station. Coal and steam cores. Well, you can just go straight to the large convoy, as I don't yet need those resources. I do, however, need these guys to build that coal plant very quickly. We're full on wood again. We're doing okay-ish with food, kinda. Bunkhouse researched, so that's going to be better homes for people. Let's unlock the steelworks. This is going to be a sort of later on issue, and build the coal mine. Fantastic. Let's get someone else on the medical post there. So 13 are gravely sick now. It would help if so many people weren't sick. Otherwise I'm doing okay, I think. I'm just coming across so many sick people. What do you want? So, Doc's method of my learned colleague would be appalled at the experiments I had to perform, but it works. Fantastic. 4 hours left on the generator. Okay, so let's speed this up. The coal pile has now been depleted as well, so we might actually lose the generator here. Okay, we are now completely out. So, is there another coal pile here that I can assign these guys to? No, there is. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to do an emergency shift today. We've got to keep the generator on. That's all that matters, the generator staying on. So, you might not like it, but this is, these are the cards that we've been dealt. Scouts have reached a large convoy. Oh no, not more survivors. I'm having enough issues with the ones I already have. They sought Winterhome. The workers who were riding in this convoy told us they were heading for the city of Winterhome. We were supposed to follow the signal from the beacon, but we couldn't pick it up. We tried to follow a search pattern. Okay, so I could just leave them, but I can't do it. I can't do it. So I guess we're going to have to struggle to house them and everything else like that. Great. And what's going on here? So the gathering post is inoperative, and the coal mine is inoperative. That's because I'm waiting for this thing here to arrive. Heating is off, and the arrival of the automaton. Okay, so what we're going to do is entire manual labour crews. Yes, we're going to assign the automaton to the coal mine, and that will free up these people here. We'll be able to focus on delivering more food at night. And we will also need more homes. Okay, so I'm going to build some bunk houses. Okay. Bunk house. We're going to need these because they're going to be really on the outskirts here. So, and what we can do is we can dismantle this and remove the streets. Let's go to those as well and return some resources to us. And let's get this generator back on. Fantastic. So we've got coal. I don't think we're going to reach that goal of helping those people not be sick anymore. 18 engineers and 27 workers. Oh man, that's a lot of people. Okay, so we won't need that. We will send people out there though. Okay. What's here? Let's get those on that straight away, and another engineer on this. Let's unlock. Let's unlock the hothouse. Be able to grow our own crops and maybe solve this situation that we're having with constantly teetering on the edge of food. What have we got here? Sawmill. Coal deposit. Was it an iron? Yes. Okay, so we will preemptively build a street. Going down to here and do a little way across. Okay, what's going on here? 6 people are homeless. So yet another bunkhouse. You know, actually, let's upgrade these to bunkhouses too. So let's build an additional bunkhouse. I'm really struggling to keep on top of the amount of sick people. I'm going to try and feed you. Get another food. What was hothouse? So let's get that going. Healthcare promise broken. And when I've got so many people sick, it's... Oh no, not more survivors. Okay, so instead of astronomers, we were met by some of our lost people. They explained that they came here for help, but found everybody dead. Okay, yeah, you know what? You can come back by yourself. I need more scouting going on. If you make it back, you make it back. Now what research can we have here as well? So faster gathering, wood, steel, coal. Don't need more scouts. Let's go with the heater upgrade. And hothouse. Raw food. Hothouse will produce 1 raw food. Emergency shift for you today as we are struggling with food and really struggling with all the sick people. Okay, so people are starting to succumb to the cold now as well, and they're getting a bit upset with me. Okay, so this medical post is actually inoperative. Oh, what's this? Are these the survivors that I said come back? Oh. We found an exhausted man at the edge of our city. He said that he came from Winterhome, a settlement located not far from here, and that he was the last survivor. Everyone's dead, so we're alone. Okay, yeah, that was sort of beyond my control as well. Coming here was a fool's errand. I mean, you could have just froze. Oh man, that really upset them. Wow, they're very unhappy about that revelation. Okay, so I must give them purpose. It's faith and spiritual strength. They've lost hope in our chances of survival. You have to unite them behind a vision of the future. So we have faith or discipline. Let's go with discipline. Neighborhood watch. Okay, let's sign that. Frozen to the bone in the cemetery. Oh, okay. Alright, so watchtowers. was what it said I needed. So watchtower. I'm not going to build this. So watchtower here. Watchtower here. Oh, final warning. People are desperate. Okay, so I have to raise hope somehow. Your people are divided. Some of them are so scared that they plan to leave the city for London in 15 days. Okay. 10 times an adult died. 1 times fall of Winterhome. I mean, that one really messed me up. My hope was doing okay, and then that guy came over here and that was it. That all of a sudden they'd all just decided that they'd had enough. Okay, so let's man these watchtowers. I mean, thankfully I've got enough people to actually man these. Let's get some research going. Resources. Nope. Food, health, shelter. Let's go with the medical post upgrade since so many people are ill. It's wild. Is this not operating? Too cold. Okay. Alright, let's see what I can do. So, what do you want? Let's heat some homes. Let's heat all homes. Discontent will rise greatly. Let's try and heat some homes. Put in the generator in overdrive. Change that. It does. Okay. The problem is we're not going to be able to run that generator at overdrive for 2 days. It's going to heat very quickly. Which is exactly what it's doing. Something else going off here. Okay. What did you find? Oh no, more survivors. Oh no, not. Oh, is it? We can hear terrified shrieks coming from a cave uphill. When we come closer, several polar bears. There are people trapped inside. Those beasts are picking them off one by one. Okay, let's risk attacking the bears. When our scouts attacked the bears, join them and together they drove the beasts away. The scouts died from their injuries. Oh man, I've just lost the scouts. Gloomy cave, it really is. Okay, so next group of survivors are here, so we're going to load them into jobs immediately and require more homes as well. So that's great. 10 steel. Oh, did I miss the prompt for... exhausting all my steel? I must have done. Oh, okay. This building is under construction. Yeah, that needs to go up right now. People join the Londoners. What do we need? We need another hunter's hut because we're just not getting anywhere with that. And let's try and get people healthy again as well. I think I'm fighting a losing battle here. The amount of medical clinics that I have is just taking all my resources. I'm going to have to turn this overdrive off on the generator as well in a minute, which is going to cause me to fail the livable conditions objective. Alright, get on that. Okay, and okay, so we're out of workers now. A little bit. Can run the generator. Hot's a little bit longer. Not much longer though. It's about to blow up. So okay, that's the maximum we can do this now. This is going to upset everyone again. People on the medical post. Okay. Hopeful discontent rises, so I failed to heat the homes. I've just built an infirmary. I won't address this right now. I literally just built one right here. One of our people died. I can't really get any more people on the hunter's hut either. So we need more places. Just too many survivors is getting a bit unmanageable for me actually. I've not got all my ducks in a row. And more just arrived, so I mean at least I can put them to work immediately. So 2 of 5. Let's get an engineer on there as well. Some research going. Faster gathering, let's go with that. Your time has come. They've kicked me out. Lucky bastard, he'll die quickly. Yeah, great. I mean, all I did was provide you with warmth, food, 50 million medical centres for all of the sick people that seem to find their way into my city. I did my best. I mean, I really did do my best. Honestly, guys, I used to feel like a moderately intelligent fellow, but this game really does have me stumped. So I'm sure I'll be trying this again soon until I get it right. Thank you guys very much for watching and tuning in, and there's probably going to be a next time, and until then, take care. Bye bye.